What up, what up? It's your boy LJay Brown.
There's no nickname Corey.
You know it's your boy D.R.E.
And this is the Kickback, man, live and direct each and every Saturday morning. What's up, y'all?
What's up, what's up, what's
we got a
up?
guest with us this morning.
No, do we?
Oh,
Please
yes.
tell who we got this morning.
We got today,
you know,
Introduce our guest,
Who we
please.
got
you know, you got the K to the I to the M.
Oh,
The breezy in the building.
Breezy.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
is Poppy, Pearly White.
Founders Day.
She on trade number 35 on the visit line. She perfectly straight. She got one more trade left and she's done. So looking nice and good.
So what's Founders? What is Founders Day? I mean, obviously that's just the day that y'all was birthed, but what all goes into it, or is not more than that.
Well, all over.
So I'm talking all proper and stuff like.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
well,
you're not teaching today. Like, you're not in the classroom today.
Gee whiz,
I'm not
Whitney.
talking
All right,
proper.
go ahead.
So all over the world, because we're international, stores are wearing
Excuse me.
pink and green. Some of us are having get-togethers, happy hours, dinners. We might be doing service. It's kind of just a time for us to remember the legacy that was established on this day 111 years ago.
So what
That's
are you
what's
doing?
up.
Today, I'm not actually doing anything. We are having a reactivation event tonight, but I'm not going to be able to make it because
It's okay.
my actual job is
Yeah, you got
pulling me
something.
away.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
It's all right.
but
But the part I heard was y'all had like what kickbacks and happy hours. So like with us, I want to pull up.
yeah,
Like,
I wanna pull up.
I know there is something tonight at Cutlass.
oh,
A nice
right
little,
around the
and you know,
block.
Cutlass, you can get a good meal and some and a good drink.
And a
so
good
Keep
I
drink.
tell you what, man, y'all
going
gonna
out
cut
there. Ebo
this-
ain't going out there.
Y'all can
No,
come
no,
out
no,
to
no.
that.
Yeah.
Well, Ebony chapter do
Who,
Janu
Ebo?
Fest.
Yeah, we got January Fest
Yeah,
this
they do
Saturday.
Janu
What's
Fest.
that?
A big party.
Yeah, it's a
Sold
big
out.
party. So
Yo, I was like, no, a big party. Like, but she like, no,
yeah,
a
I'm
big
already.
party.
I'm
It
there
is,
every day.
like-
She was
Yeah,
like,
I got a
what's that? A
ticket.
big
Got the
party.
golden
Yeah.
ticket
You got our
already.
ticket, please?
Y'all want to go?
No, he ain't tell nobody.
No, I mean, because I don't even buy a ticket. I just go, like, because it's her
Well,
birthday.
you don't need no ticket.
What-
You go
yourself-
to the
No,
Yourself.
I mean, because it's her birthday, so I just don't be thinking about nothing. Just
You be all focused on
yeah,
that.
I'm on it.
So how was that? Ebo's birthday was last week, right? Happy birthday.
Happy
Ebo.
belated, happy belated.
What's her name?
yeah.
Like, man, I call Ebo.
Ebo,
Like,
Ebony.
Yeah, Ebony, Ebo,
Ebony Fleming.
Okay,
you know,
Ebo.
little booty,
Oh,
whatever you want to call
Ebony
it.
Fleming.
Okay, Ebo.
Ebony
Tell his
Fleming.
name,
Ebo Fleming, cuz.
Ebo Fleming.
Ebo Fleming,
I
you
said
feel
Ebo,
me?
you know what I'm saying?
No, but
Ebo.
it was legit. You know what I'm saying? You got
Had a
first
good
year,
time,
yeah.
stuff.
First
Oh, no.
year. No. Don't you do it. Hold on, we ain't even speak to the people in Killeen. We ain't even say what's up to Killeen and everybody in the 7-5 first.
Shout them out, please.
Everybody in the 7-5, what's up? In Killeen, Texas, welcome back
All the surrounding
again.
areas, yes, sir.
All the AKAs around the world, what's up? Yes. What's up?
Thank y'all for watching, man. Keep it
Yes,
going, please.
yes. Now back on.
Yeah, so give me
what's
like,
going
you know,
on?
the itinerary, like give me the lineup.
I mean, she had a busy day, so
Here you go. That means
she went to work.
And this was y'all first time.
Yeah, first.
birthday since y'all been married.
Married.
Yeah. So I had to, do a little something. I just got her some roses.
Smiling too.
Oh, so you
y'all.
started with roses.
He trying to have it
Right,
behind the mic,
right.
but he's smiling. He trying to have it behind the mic, but he's smiling,
Got her
y'all.
some roses.
You got some roses, some
got
red
a
joints, or I mean special ones, or just regular. I mean,
Just
I'm
she
tryna
she don't like
see.
red roses, so I got her some pink and white ones.
Okay.
The,
You know what
the
I'm
high
saying?
dollar, like the
Yeah.
special hybrid
Yeah.
joints.
I was
You was
thinking
thinking.
I had to
Pink,
add a
alright.
little pink and white,
Okay, alright.
and then I just got her some
Pink
charms for Pandora.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And then
personal
took her
stuff
to
that
some
you
fine
know she
dining.
like. Hold on, like, you going too
Fine
fast.
dining.
I'm going
man.
too
Like,
fast. Slow it down.
Let me get in there. You know what I'm saying?
vibe.
You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
the Pandora bracelet joint.
Yeah.
You got the ones that she kind of been wanting.
Yeah,
Which
just
one she wanted?
Any meaning?
she been looking for some like pink and green ones.
Okay.
So she's on her pink and green
So you
right
started
now.
like with the pink roses, like her
Yeah.
favorite color.
Yeah,
Pink
yeah,
charms.
yeah.
Okay.
The Pandora charm. So you like icing her wrist up.
Like
she going
icing her
dangling
wrist
right
down.
now,
You feel me?
Pandora joints.
That's
okay.
it.
So you did that and
And
Y'all
then
eat?
take it to some fine dining.
Fine dining.
okay, like where y'all pull up at?
I mean, a little saltine.
Okay. The main.
Mhm.
The main.
Okay.
Alright.
Y'all got dressed up a
Grammy.
little bit, or you was casual?
No,
You
I
was
got
chill?
dressed up. I actually got dressed
You got a
up.
fresh line in there.
I actually put on a little sweater, I looked like Drizzy last night. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh,
Turn that
Drizzy
on.
Phlegm, you
Turn
feel
that
me?
She like that.
Yeah.
She like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Had the mid neck on.
Had the mid neck.
Oh, the mid
Yeah,
neck.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mess with the mid neck too. I ain't gonna lie.
See, I mess with the
mid
mid.
neck.
And not too
Yeah,
high,
not
but
too
just
high,
right
a little
there.
mid neck.
Yeah, what too high is like old, like you know. What I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's-
Like,
It's
yeah.
cool.
class on is a little
cool.
mid
Little
neck
class, but and then the nightcap. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, a nightcap too?
Yeah.
You know you got to finish it.
Yeah, you got
What the
to
nightcap
throw the
like a
oop off
night snack or like with the something like or the real like
popcorn's in the movie.
Oh,
a lot of popping in the
okay.
movie.
I ain't gonna mess with you on camera today, please. I really want to, but I ain't gonna mess with you though. I'm gonna let everybody else know, like before we get into 2019, let everybody else know that Fleas don't owe me no more money. I don't owe him no more
wow.
money.
Y'all
Oh,
settled
wow.
up that.
It's
I end up giving him that money. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate
So
you.
Ebo,
Yeah,
she
we
thank me
good.
for provide for her
For her
birthday.
birthday?
We good.
Like Friday morning.
Jude is responsible.
So y'all even then.
We even. We good. We even.
Hey,
Yeah.
like
We
Friday
definitely.
morning, so
We definitely
Ebo,
even.
you're welcome. Part of that was on Jude. You know what I'm saying? That $100 didn't even make it
You
no
got an
difference.
extra charm
Go.
for you.
Go.
Extra charm because of Jude.
On
Like,
Jude.
I knew you had birthday. I didn't want to stall them out. You know what I'm saying? You know, on his birthday.
But
so I let him
Dre
have.
30th coming up.
So
Well,
now you
I
officially
ain't
a
wanna-
grown man now.
Yeah, I ain't
You
wanna.
gonna be 30? I thought you
30, big
Why you gonna
boy.
be 30?
30.
You're a grown man now.
I mean,
I've been trying to set something up, but
need something.
he playing.
I need something to do. I think it's
Yeah,
on
well,
Tuesday, so we shooting that day. So I think Wednesday we got.
We can carry it to the weekend.
The
or
weekend
something.
before,
It's
the weekend
30,
after.
bro.
Well,
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell him he ain't trying to do nothing.
Eyes
I am.
grown now,
I
man.
I gave him my idea.
What you
We
give my
gonna do
idea?
I
something.
told him, get a nice little cabin. We've been trying to do a little.
Oh, you trying to
resort.
do something.
It's
Yeah,
30.
we should. I
You ain't
mean,
gonna pull that off.
it's,
by the
I
end
know,
of the
but
month.
but
I've been trying to. I've been telling him this enough
So
time
how long,
for Eric.
please? How long she been talking to you about it?
at least a month, at least a good month.
Look, man, y'all right in. What should Andre do for his birthday?
Man, let's
the end of
go,
the month.
man, let's go to Nas Head.
Next hit,
Get a house in Nas
it's
Head.
cold.
Don't matter. We in the house.
You're in the house.
We partying.
Y'all want to take a spirit?
I
Let's
put
go.
something
Let's go
on,
take a
man,
spirit flight to
pick it
Florida.
up.
I don't mind that little $50 flight.
Little
But
$50.
That TSA stuff
First of
now,
all-
the planes not getting inspected right
First of
For
all,
real?
Spirit is already
Spirit.
sketch.
Really? Why you
Are
say
they?
that?
I rode spirit before.
My
There
sister
will
took it
never
2-3
be-
times.
I'm sorry, I'm
I
not
ain't
getting
never
on
rode
Spirit.
I
No,
ride
get
them.
on them.
That
I'll meet
$50
y'all.
hit a Florida on Thursday,
I don't
back on
like
Sunday.
I don't like no off-brand.
And
what
be
it
back
is.
on
Right,
Sunday
right.
easy.
Thursday and
Nah.
Sunday only.
And
I don't
and
like
the
no
government
off-brand.
shutdown got
Yeah, I
y'all
don't like
y'all
no
saw the
off-brand.
headline.
Yeah,
Somebody
explain
made
that
it.
to me.
Y'all saw the headline. Somebody made it on a flight from Atlanta to Tokyo with a weapon.
Because
What?
TSA ain't not getting paid.
Are you kidding me?
This is serious.
So you can put anything on the plane right now.
I
tell you
mean,
what, though,
you know,
man, like,
TSA still
Probably not
working.
anything,
but right.
But
I
obviously,
understand.
obviously he
It's
got
more
There's
easy.
less people working.
People ain't
Right.
working.
Wow.
Terrorists probably like really like plotting right
I mean,
now.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like terrorists probably like
I didn't know
really,
it was
like, got
that
some
deep,
stuff.
guys.
It
I
is.
got
Wow.
to Charlotte, like,
The Coast
maybe
Guard
next
not
week or 2 weeks
working.
from now.
Oh yeah.
Coast
Yeah,
Guard
Trump
ain't
trumping.
working. TSA ain't getting paid, so like they like, man, you know.
Somebody
people like me
said-
doing
Military
TSA,
Somebody
ain't getting-
said FAA.
Yeah, whatever.
FAA. I don't know if they on
Air
shut.
traffic
You
control.
know,
all
right?
that.
The plane inspectors that inspect the planes before they fly.
Yeah,
That's
so
big.
Whatever we do,
Major.
it's gonna have to be a road trip.
It's bigger than me.
Oh my God. Yeah. Anything you
Road
do.
trip.
That's
That's bigger than big.
Next
We
week,
got to
too.
be in the car.
Y'all pray
Yeah,
for
I
me.
got you.
Road
I got
trip.
you.
I ain't about to drive to Charlotte, man. I ain't going to
Good
start
luck.
that.
We can say a prayer for you, man. We're not having to you.
Man,
wanna
I
come
didn't
with
know
me?
it was got
Somebody
that
wanna
deep.
come with me?
I thought it was just like,
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
do a little
Nah, we
research.
good.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway,
Sad.
man. So today, you know what we're gonna do is look, right. Kimberly and I, we was on a panel last week.
Friday, yeah, last
Shout out to
So,
y'all for doing that, man.
yeah,
like
we
that was a
was
good
fine.
look for y'all.
That was
It really
good for
was.
the
It really
millennials.
Yeah, I
was.
had
It
fun.
really
Yeah.
was Rob Hill's thing. We just kind of jumped on. So shout out Rob Hill for
Shout
you know
out.
coming out here and doing
The
that
homie
with
from
us.
the creek.
Definitely, you know what I'm saying. They threw us on the panel too, and unfortunately, we didn't get to get to all the questions.
Mhm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know, they had people texting in questions and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So what I just, thought about doing today was we visit some of the questions today that we didn't get to answer, you know what I'm saying, last week.
Oh,
Now,
man.
obviously,
with that.
we ain't Rob Hill, nobody like that. We not the professionals and all that sort of thing, but we going to give it our best.
No.
go.
Ho,
Yeah, I ain't got
ho.
50,000 people
Take that
following
back,
me.
brother.
Oh, here
I
we
am
go.
the love doctor.
Let's see what. Like,
I'm a
what-
professional.
Ebo. Let me call Ebo.
Crickets.
See, he the love doctor.
I'm the love doctor. You
You
hear
the
me?
love doctor last night, or
Well,
was you the love
well,
nurse?
all
for
these
the
questions, all these questions are not. Actually, the majority of them are not
leave you
really
alone
like
today,
love
please.
doctor questions.
All
All
right.
of them not really love doctor questions.
All right. I just wanted to correct you. You said
But
it.
I don't
we
think
can.
they know
We
love
still need your
doctor
feedback.
Okay, I can give you
We
some
gonna give it
feedback.
our, we gonna give our best.
Give
go.
it our
Right,
best.
We
absolutely.
give sound advice. Is what I'm
Absolutely.
saying.
Give it a swing
I'm
at it.
gonna give you my opinion.
Yeah,
You
we
be like
give sound-
that.
we give sound
Right.
I
advice.
ain't say that you need to take
Right.
this right or wrong. This is how I feel about it.
Right.
You might not want to do it that
Yeah,
way.
Right.
this is my
Disclaimer.
opinion.
Disclaimer.
You might not want to do it how I'm telling
Yeah.
you to do it, but
Yeah,
this just my opinion.
I ain't
on
been
it.
to
Right.
school
What
for none of
Jubilee
this
said.
shit.
Y'all
That's what I'm
asked,
saying.
so we giving our best shot.
Yeah, I ain't got no physical training, anything on
Right,
this. anything.
you know.
I've been in class on this at all. This is my
We
opinion.
still
Right.
figuring life out too.
Definitely.
How old are you, Kimberly? Don't mind me asking.
28.
Okay.
wow.
Little
She
young
about to be
baby.
29.
Yeah,
She
how
about
old
to
are
be
you?
hit
next
that
month.
29?
I'm 33.
33.
34 next month.
Oh, so I'm the old head on the set.
You
Not
are.
next month, April.
April?
April, yeah.
Shout out to April.
Jude about to be 36.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. Big dog.
Too
Oh,
old.
big
man.
dog
I'm
over there.
34 right
Too
now.
old.
He's
I'm
out
on
34.
84.
Too
I'm on
old,
84.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Look
Yeah.
like
I-
you fresh out of high
So
school.
when you
34. I'll
You
be
be
35 in
35?
June.
You getting old,
Where your
man.
beard at,
That's a
dog?
milestone too.
You
know what, man?
Where your
That's a
sideburns at,
milestone
cuz?
That's a soft spot for me, though. And you know that.
What's a soft spot?
35.
My beard, my joint, no, never
35.
Where your beard at, dog? Like, gee whiz.
No, seriously though, chill, bro. So like that, like it kind of like I
You
travel.
been messing with me all money, all day.
My joint was like it won't never
Did not
end.
connect. You look like a high schooler, bro. So you look good for 36. No
Not
homo.
high school, about
You
college.
should call him 36. Man. You still look good with 36. Man.
Man, I'll bust out 100 push-ups right now, though, young boy.
I can believe you can.
Young boy.
I believe
Sound like
you
a
can.
challenge.
Well, then shut your
Sound
mouth
like a
then.
challenge.
But guess what?
Shut your mouth
Guess
then.
what?
Can
Shut
you
your mouth
match it?
then,
Guess
young
what?
boy.
Big fella will be right behind
Can
you.
you
Big
match it?
fella.
He'll be right behind
Can
you
you
your
match
mouth.
it?
with 75.
Shut your mouth, big dog. Okay, yeah.
Shut your mouth, big dog.
Okay, all right.
All right, y'all two done?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
done.
you're
bro.
done in
Y'all
your
two
fitness.
got mad love for the
Always
homie.
these two guys.
Always. Always.
Hey,
Get
well,
back
let's,
to the
let's
question.
get to some of these questions, man. Someone, like I say, is just once again, these ain't our questions. These are questions that actually real people ask. So
okay.
we gon' do our best shot. First question is,
We jump right into it, huh?
jump right into it.
Let's go.
No games.
No order. I don't
Let's
care
go.
who answers, whatever. We gonna all give a shot.
Oh, I'm
Number
excited.
one,
Yep.
how do you keep going after something detrimental happens?
Mm.
Now, it ain't really, a whole lot of explanation to it, but that's the question. How do you keep going after something detrimental happens? So if something detrimental happened to you, whatever you deem to be detrimental, how would you move forward?
I'm gonna just say, man, me personally, I'm like, whenever I go through things like that, I just think that, not spiritually, at all, but like my faith is strong. Like it's always got to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like it can always, it's got to get better. I always got like that mentality of just no matter how bad it is, now like it always is gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? So as long as I just keep going and that's just how I get through that.
You just keep moving.
I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely agree that you gotta have the mindset that life is gonna get better. But to start off, I would say, it's cool to take some time, take a step back. Life happens and life come at you hard. So if something detrimental happens, it's cool to take a step back. Gather yourself, get yourself back together, take some
Regroup.
time, if it's death or whatever it may be, grieve, take that time for yourself, because if you don't take that time to actually process through what just happened, you're going to have a hard time moving forward. And so, I would tell you to take time. And I'm going to tell you too, a lot of times our generation and maybe even the black community is like a stigma against going to talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So go talk to somebody, get help. Something detrimental that has truly changed your life, shifted your life, it's cool to go talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And they can help you process through it so that you can move forward.
That's dope.
You got anything, please? Or you think that was good enough?
That was good. I never thought of it that way. Like, take some time to yourself. Honestly, I just always, if something detrimental ever happened to me, I just always say, just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Because, you never know what can happen in life. So, it's just sitting there thinking about it. It kind of slows you down a little bit. So I kind of like try not to think about it as much. I never forget, but I just try not to think about it as much and just keep pushing forward. That's all.
Yeah. I agree. I think, everybody's input, I think, summed up everything. I think, once again, I kind of in the lines with going to see somebody and talking to somebody. I think, just getting with a good support group, you know what I mean? The people that you got around you, you know what I mean, that love you and comfort you and all that kind of stuff. Be around them, talk with them, get some advice, and, just be around love. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when something detrimental happen, you're sad, you're down and out, you could be depressed, whatever the case may be. Might just need to be around some love for a little while.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Be around some
Just-
love.
Yeah, just
Nothing
be
wrong
around
with
some,
that.
be
Like, I
around
like
some
that.
love. Be
Yeah.
around some
Yeah,
love, man.
yeah.
Just, it's all, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You ain't got to put on no airs. You ain't got, it's just love around you. You know what I mean? So a lot of times that help you, get past some things. Next question. How do you know if you're walking in your purpose when you aren't receiving validation for what you do?
That's a churchy question. I don't know how to do that. We gotta get past the purpose.
But you don't gotta look at it from a church perspective.
Read it again
just
for me,
period.
if you don't mind.
How do you know if you're walking in your purpose? Which everybody gotta walk in purpose, whether we talking about church or not.
Yeah.
Right?
Right,
How do
everybody
you,
got something
right?
called to do.
How do you know if you're walking in your purpose when you aren't receiving validation for what you do?
So-
I cheated. And I looked at LJ's questions ahead of time.
Oh,
Oh.
So I did think through that one.
Clean and polished.
No, okay, all right.
But she's the guest, so she has the right. She has the right.
But
She
that's
has
the
the
only
right.
one. That's the only one I looked.
She has the right.
That's the only one I did look at though. So I won't
right.
look at no
Yeah,
more.
right.
For real,
This
I
the
don't know
only
what
one
the
she looked
next
at
one
though, y'all. This the
But-
only one she looked at.
Yeah, right.
Right. Go ahead.
So my question to this person would be, okay, who are you seeking validation from?
I was about to
Because I do agree with Corey. You know, this is, I'm assuming, more along the lines of spirituality, you know, destiny from God. So if you seeking,
It could be.
if
It
you
don't say that.
seeking,
It could be though.
well, that's what I'm gonna answer from.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm
if
taking a
you're
different
seeking validation from people, you might never get that validation. If you're seeking validation from God, then I'm hoping that either you are receiving that validation from Him, or you should, you know, kind of go back and, you know, maybe go back to the playing field or drawing board. I'm sorry, and figure it out. Maybe you missed it a little bit. You know, I don't know. I think if you're seeking it from us though, you can't base your calling on how other people respond to you.
I agree with that. You know, I was going to touch on it a little bit different. I feel like if you're doing something, and I believe if it's in line with what you're supposed to do, you should be getting some type of self-fulfillment about it.
Yeah, no,
And
that's
you
true.
ain't getting like self-fulfillment, it's definitely like not for you. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely. So, I mean, even if you're feeling uncomfortable with doing something after you get it completed, or at least if you start making moves to get in that direction, if it don't start making you feel good on the inside about, you know,
Right.
if you're not happy about what you're doing, then yeah, that probably ain't for you, bro. Or sis.
I was just gonna say, you really don't need validation from nobody but yourself. I mean, if that's your purpose, just to piggyback off of what you said. If that's your purpose, the validation is just you saying, "All right, I feel good about what I'm doing." You know what I'm saying? But if they looking for, you know, the other validation, just
Cause like, I'm sorry, go ahead. You know,
no. Say what you want.
Most times, like, if you wait for, like, say, somebody else to give you a pat on the back, like, you be waiting all your whole life. Like, you ain't gonna get
Can
that.
be.
And as much haters as it is out here, you can be moving good, and people still won't say, "Hey,
no.
man, good job, man. I'm proud of you."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you wait for people to really like big up you all the time, like, you really gonna be in a hole,
Ain't
like in a
gonna
dark
happen.
hole, man. Cause like a lot of times that just not gonna happen, man. So
Definitely.
if you ain't doing it for yourself or for your own personal reason that's gonna make you feel good about it, or if you don't know why you doing it for you, then you're right. It ain't for you, bro. Cause like you may be waiting all your whole life for somebody to say, "Hey, good job, Kamala. You've been doing a great job teaching.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
doing a great, you know what I'm saying?"
But
You
I
know?
did get some validation last night. Some of my old students came back and talked to me, and I was like, "Oh, that was cool."
It
like,
makes you feel good, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but don't expect that every year, though.
No.
Oh no!
You know what I'm saying?
And I wasn't expecting it this time, so
Right.
it was like a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
But it did make you feel good.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna say is, you know, I agree, because definitely our generation, like, I don't know, I just think, me personally, I don't think our generation does a good job of celebrating each other. You know what I mean? I just
Okay.
feel like we
That's
all
deep.
we don't want to get no
For
light.
self, we for self.
Yeah, or we just don't really want to
wondering
get no
how long
light
it's
to
going.
somebody else that really is doing good. Like, you
Mhm.
know, it's a lot of people, you know, in our generation that
Doing
doing
good things.
good,
Amazing
big things.
things,
And,
yeah.
you know, for some reason now, you know, I don't know, I just think we don't do a good
Thanks.
job of celebrating others and letting everybody know, like, I see what you got going on, like, keep going, keep pushing, like, you know, I'm inspired by you,
Right.
whatever case may
I'm
be.
watching
like,
you,
I
big
just don't
dog.
think we do that. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying, but I just don't feel like our generation is good at that. But I think what Kimberly just said is, you know, speaks volumes too, because although you may not need validation, or you shouldn't do things for, you know, for validation or for people to say good job or pat you on your back, it do make you feel good though when you do
Oh,
get it.
definitely.
You know what I mean? So I
Definitely.
think, you know, for certain people, I think while validation shouldn't be, and I don't think this is what the question is saying based on how I read it, I don't think it's saying they need it, but, you know,
Right.
if I've been doing something for a while, eventually, yeah, I kind of am looking for somebody to let me
Say
know I at least
something.
am doing the right thing, or,
Heading
you
in the
know,
right
whatever.
direction.
Exactly. And the only way you're going to know that is if somebody kind of
Say something.
confirms that, you
Mhm.
know, and you can be doing what you're doing and blah, 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 but is it really being noticed? I don't know. You know,
That's good.
it's just like how a bishop said one time, like, you could be doing something good, but it's not what you're supposed to be doing.
Mm.
Right? So that ain't what God told you to do. Although what you doing is good work,
Mhm.
but that ain't what God told you to do, which is the question.
I got
So
you.
I might not be in my purpose then.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'm just
okay.
doing something good, but that might not be my purpose. You know what I mean? So until somebody does kind of validate what I'm doing or say, it's like, I don't know. And I think that's what the question is. And I'm going to quote what Drake say, I need acknowledgement. If I got it, then tell me I got it.
Then. Yeah.
It's just like, let me know. Hey, I'm doing what I'm.
We
you know
quoting
what I mean?
now.
I don't think that's what he would talk about in that live.
But that's what
That's
validation.
basically- no, no,
But
no,
it
I
fits.
got you.
Yeah, but
It
it
fits.
but
That's
it
what
fit.
validation. That's probably not what he was talking
I know,
about, but
But
that's
if-
what it
If it
means.
fits, it
Yeah,
fits.
yeah.
I need acknowledgement.
Yeah, no real talk.
No, if I got it, tell me I got it then. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to look at me like, yeah, you doing good, but you don't want to say now. You want to hold it back.
Right.
You don't want to
Yeah,
let me know that I'm on my, I'm on point.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
nah,
I
you
You
got
don't want to
you.
let me know. You trying to keep it like,
tryna-
you know what I'm saying? No, let me know I
yeah,
got it.
yeah, yeah.
You see it. You see me out here moving. Like, let me know I got it. I got it. Let me
Right.
know I got it, bro. It ain't like, it don't make you less than.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I think that, once again, back to our generation, I just think that we as a whole need to, get better at celebrating each other, get better at, letting somebody know, like, I see you out here, keep going.
I see you stick.
Because you got people like this that's looking for that. They
That
need
need it.
that.
They need
Some
it.
people do need validation. Like, although we sitting up here might not need it to keep going.
We
doing
all
what
enjoy
doing,
getting it
Right.
though.
I
But
do.
yeah,
Everybody up here enjoy
everybody
getting it.
enjoys getting it.
Yeah.
But some people more than just enjoy getting it. I think some people do
Some people
need
need it.
acknowledgement.
They
I
need
think
it.
some people do need validation. I think
It
some
pushes
people
them.
do need. Yeah, it gives them the motivation to keep going.
Yeah,
Well, and
Everybody's not self motivated.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And I think you made a good point, when you talked about how, maybe it's not, even though something good, maybe it's not what you supposed to be doing. Maybe it's not your good. Because, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I could say that every one of us have somebody in our life, whether it's immediate circles or somebody that's just watching. So when you do something, they will say something, because
Right.
your purpose is supposed to fix somebody's problem, right? So if you're
Preach.
fulfilling your purpose, you're fixing somebody's problem. And usually, I'm using just the four of us as an example. When you have fixed somebody's problem, that person would say, I needed that, or thank you. That's your validation. So even though it might not come often or as often as you would like, or is one off here and there should still, I think, maybe be a little bit of validation.
That's what I'm saying. I think you should, and that's what I guess this person is saying, you aren't receiving validation for what you do. So maybe they haven't been receiving validation. You know what I mean? So I just think, so I guess, I don't know if we answered it. How do you know if you're walking in your purpose? So if you're not receiving that validation, then
Maybe we need to
how
try
do we
again.
know that I'm walking in my purpose?
Does that mean sway away from the purpose?
No.
Or is that your purpose?
Yeah,
To me,
or is
that
it- yeah, maybe
that's kind of what my answer would be.
Okay,
Is that
okay.
your
Yeah,
purpose?
so maybe you aren't. Maybe you need to step back and look at it again and be sure you are, because you might
Right.
not be.
What if they're in their third purpose?
Well, you just keep looking, man.
Keep
everybody
going,
don't
okay.
find out what they supposed to be doing at the same time.
Okay.
I mean, some people are 50 years old before they really realize, okay, this is what I'm
Right.
here
I
to
wanted to
do.
hear that. I just
You know
wanted
what I mean?
to
So,
hear that.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't think it's a particular
That's a personal
time or
thing.
age.
Yeah,
I
You
mean,
can't put that, up
it's not a
against
time.
nobody or
Yeah,
nothing
it's
else.
not
a
Like, that's
time.
a you thing
Yeah,
and
it's
what
not
you
a
got
time.
going
Right,
on.
Yeah,
right.
so
You know what I mean?
I would just say keep going, and like I say, maybe for this particular person, take a step back, look at it,
Reevaluate.
and be sure that you are. You may not be. You may not be. So
Okay.
yeah,
That was kind of deep.
yeah, it was a good question. Great
I
question.
like these questions.
Number 3, why are millennials so hesitant to learn about generational wealth? It is people out here willing to support. So I'm taking that this is not from a millennial.
Mm-mm.
There's people out here willing to support their financial growth, yet they often choose to be stagnant. So I take this as
Hold on.
I take this as somebody that's
That's
not a
not a millennial.
millennial saying, why we hesitant to learn about generational worth is people out here willing to help you, but y'all choosing to be stagnant is how I'm reading it.
What do you say? What?
So the question is, why are millennials so hesitant to learn about generational wealth?
Okay. Got it.
My thing is, man, like, I've always been an easy learner. Like, you could tell me something,
Mhm.
and I can go with it. Like, some kids is, okay, so, like, the stove was hot. Don't touch it, it's hot. Some
Right.
kids say, you know what, I got to touch it,
Right,
it's hot.
right,
I'm living
right.
the one, you know what, you tell me it's hot.
told me it was
I
hot.
believe
I
you.
believe
You know
you.
what I'm
I
saying?
believe
I ain't got to, you know what I'm
You've
saying?
been through
Like, I
it.
ain't
You're
going to do
good.
it. So I've always taken advice from my, mentors, my mom and my dad, and, and Bishop and Elder, other people that I really respect and, and look up to. So, I mean, I really can't, go along with that question because like that's not me. I don't fit into that.
But
and I don't know why.
But do you agree that millennials are hesitant to learn about generational wealth?
I think some of them are. It's just like some of them aren't. Like some older people
So it's
are
not as
willing
a
to
whole.
pass the knowledge. Some people aren't
willing
Not
to
as a
pass.
whole.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell
You
you
can't
how
bunch
I
us in
feel.
one.
I think,
Let me tell
and
you
Corey kind of hit on it. He named specific people that are his mentors.
Okay.
For me, because I'm 28, I think I'm doing pretty
Mm-hmm.
good for myself. Not where I want to be, but for a 28-year-old, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Toot.
But
Horn.
okay, too. But I think it depends on who the message is also coming from.
Yeah,
So if you're trying to tell me about generational wealth, but I don't see that
Yeah.
being lived in
I
you,
gotta see
then
the fruit from you.
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time hearing what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now, if Warren Buffett or somebody came and was
Yeah.
like, "This what I'm investing
probably
in,"
sit down and listen.
or "This how I set up my trust for my kids," or whatever the case may be,
probably gonna listen.
All right, well, Warren's got my ear.
probably gonna
You
listen.
know, because
Couple
I can
notes.
see his
I
success.
can see
at being,
tangible evidence of
And-
his.
Generational
right, absolutely.
wealth.
And I think that a lot of times it don't matter what the topic is, as long as it's involving millennials. The one thing that's always gonna come down to is we're not just taking what you're saying no more. Like, I want to see
Show me
how
the money,
this
show me
plays out.
I agree.
Write it down for me.
And like who he trying to reach out to? Maybe he's reaching out to the wrong people.
Yeah.
You know
Please
what I'm
reach
saying?
out to me
Like,
because
what's your audience?
I need
Please
I need
reach out.
generational
Please,
wealth guidance.
call
Here you go. Here you go. One right here.
Come on.
Put
Give me the
free
list.
Here you go.
info at the bottom
Right.
right here.
I'm open arms. You said I don't want to be
Invest in me,
stagnant.
Ray said he's taking advice
That
from
Drake
everybody.
Right
Yes,
there.
let's get money out of it.
Whosoever will.
Yeah.
Put
Not stagnant.
Put please cash app under the.
If you invest in me, I will listen.
I will listen.
You
Trust me.
You give me the bag, I listen to you.
Yeah,
Real talk.
I agree with everybody up here, man. I don't think, number one, I don't think you can bunch everybody into one. I
Right.
think obviously there's some millennials that generational wealth ain't on their mind. They probably ain't thinking about retirement.
You know what?
Probably ain't thinking about whatever.
That's a bitter old person that got a bad, no deadbeat son. They don't want to listen to him. That's all that is. That ain't everybody. That's
But
young.
and then in that case,
Like
if you
a
try
bitter
it,
old
and
man
you
that
can't
got a
force it
son,
on
and your son don't want to listen to you. Now it's all millennials don't want to listen to
I
you.
mean,
No, that's your son.
it
That's
could
your
be
They
good.
always want to
That's
put us
home
in
on
the
your
same
couch, man.
category.
Everybody
They
not like
always
your
trying to categorize
Everybody
us.
not like your daughter or your son living with you. They
I
want
mean,
to listen to you.
Could be the
Yeah,
case.
That's all that is. That's all that
So,
is right
Jew
there.
ain't
so
playing.
we agreeing that you can't bunch us all in the same
No,
No.
category.
all
Not
like
at
your
all.
son, sir,
Some
man.
of us, some of
sorry.
us, ain't thinking about retirement
Yeah.
or 401ks or none of
Nah,
that.
that ain't
I
all of
agree.
it.
Some of us, that's the least bit on our mind.
Yeah.
But there are some of us that do get into
And
stocks
been
and
doing
bonds
it.
and
And
investing
been doing it.
Right,
At not
exactly.
30, a young age.
buying properties
Getting
and like a lot of people, there's a lot of us that do that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
So number one, you can't bunch us all into that.
Thank
you.
you.
know,
Thank you.
it's
They
Thank
all try to
you.
do that. It's
Yeah.
all millennials.
It's
Y'all hang
right.
y'all pants behind.
Millennials
Y'all lazy
it is.
donors.
Millennials
Weirdo.
Y'all
down.
not accountable. Fix your
I
hair.
wear a
It's a little
belt.
bit of both. It's a
You
little
like,
bit.
fix your hair.
It's a
Yeah,
I'm
little
not
bit.
gonna
Cut
fix
your
my
hair,
hair,
son.
but I wear a
Pants
belt.
up. Sit up straight.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Talk
of,
right.
It's a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cover your tattoos.
But
up.
that's in every
Yeah,
situation.
it's a little bit of both, but I would probably agree with Kim. It's probably, a lot of times for us, it does depend on who it's coming from. Because if I don't feel like you worthy of giving me
Nothing you
advice,
can say
a lot
to
of
me.
times we just not the generation that's
You
going
just
to take me.
talking.
Like, you trying to tell me something that I can't even see
In
the
your
evidence
life.
that you were successful
trying to
with
show
it.
me?
Like, it's hard for us to really listen to that.
How you gonna
Yeah.
tell me stay
So-
on the block? You still on the block?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things.
Gotcha.
Here you go, Kimbo.
Oh, one for the
Why you call
Kimbo.
me out?
Uh-oh.
You going to know. Watch when I read number 4.
Is it a K.I? What is it?
Yeah. K. What please say?
K-
K.I.
K.I.
K-I-M.
Breezy.
Oh, Breezy.
Yeah, K.I.M.
Okay,
Breezy.
okay. got one for
Well,
Breezy.
here you go. Number 4.
Oh.
What is some advice you can give for single ladies
Oh.
who are doing well for themselves? Since
Oh.
I think I'm doing pretty
Two
good.
inch.
and all that.
That for the hand clap on us about 5 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
since I'm doing pretty good and all that.
I'm doing pretty good. Okay,
Yeah,
all
so
right.
what's some advice you can give for the single ladies who are doing well for themselves and would like to start dating? the good guys out here are slim to none.
Hold on.
The options,
Hold on.
Wait, don't.
options are very
Stop.
limited.
Why are we on this?
So,
like, we
okay,
only on this
wait,
on this show,
wait.
right? I
The
thought we was
good
going
So
to hold
guys
y'all,
are-
I'm about to throw y'all
Just
a
the
bone.
question.
I'm
Just
about to
the
throw y'all a
question.
bone.
Okay.
So first of all, I don't agree that good guys are hard to find.
Okay.
Answer the question, Kimberly.
So that's number one.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
think you got to change your mindset because that's probably holding you back from a lot of people. Period. That's
Some good
number
guys
one.
out here. I mean, they are out here.
I think there are. Yeah, I think there are
That's
some
what he
really
said.
good guys out here. I
Some?
mean,
Good to know.
I just want to hear you say it.
everybody's. I mean, just like we said on the last
Okay,
question,
so-
everybody ain't good.
Okay.
You
Some
right.
just
But-
mean like a
but-
little bit to me. But go ahead.
No, I mean, I would think. I said whatever.
Go ahead.
But okay,
Yeah,
so
give you a
number
hard
one,
time.
number
Little
one,
bit.
I would
She's a
say
guest.
change your mindset because it could be a good guy that you're working with or that you see at the gym or whatever the case may be that has tried to talk to you, but because you already got the mindset that he probably a cheater or whatever the case, whatever it is that causes you to think that good guys are hard to find, that's what's holding you back. Number one. Number two, I mean,
Preach,
just get out there. You know, it's okay to go on a date. It don't have to be a commitment. You know, just because you let a guy take you to the movies or take you to dinner or something like that. And so, you know, I would kind of just say go for it.
But what do you think it means?
Go for it.
Because she's saying like, what is some advice you can give for single ladies who are doing well for themselves and would like to start dating? So she put the fact that she put who are doing well for themselves. I feel like that's a question
yeah.
inside the question.
So maybe she's
Because she could
saying
have just
maybe
said,
she feel
what's
like
some
they
advice for single
intimidated.
ladies who are ready to start
So
dating?
she's already a little bit.
She could have just
like, where
said,
you at with that?
she
Right,
could have just
right,
said,
right,
what is
right.
some advice you can give single ladies who are ready to start dating?
Right.
But she had to make sure she put in there
That's
who are doing
doing
well
well.
for themselves. So what is that?
So I,
Kind of cocky to me.
that's
already.
what's I can't work at
She
Burger
done
King
seemed
and get
kinda,
with
know what I'm
you.
saying? Like,
So I don't-
know,
She's
baby.
trying to say something right there.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah, you better than
I
me.
wouldn't say that's cocky.
You better than me.
I don't
but what
think
do-
I
what
don't
do you
think
think
she's trying to
she's
come
trying to
across as cocky. I think she's trying to say maybe what I would read into it is because she is doing well for herself, maybe some guys aren't approaching her. And so I think we talked about this maybe a little bit the last time, you know, so if I am doing well, does that make it more difficult for guys to want to approach me? Like when they see me, do they see intimidation or do they like what they see and see a challenge? You know, that kind of thing. And so that, I mean, I would say, you know, if that's kind of the stance that you're coming from, then yeah, the people that's hitting on you might be a little less.
So what should she do?
Give him a chance.
Yeah, I would still give the guys that are at least confident enough to approach me and try and get to know me a chance.
Thank you.
Because if they are confident enough to come at you and knowing that you're that successful, then at least they think highly enough of themselves.
Yeah.
And most guys not going to, I mean, y'all answer me. I don't think a guy that don't feel like he would measure up is going to come at a girl that he's seriously trying to pursue.
What? Can I piggyback off that a little bit?
Sure.
I think like women want like the best of both worlds when it comes to that.
What you mean?
When it
Seriously.
comes to
Just dating and wanting to be successful. I feel like
Let's keep it real.
you attract like the aura that you put off.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you're doing well for yourself, you don't want the attention from a lot of them guys that's talking to you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, do you want to be having all the men that don't have nothing going on for you coming and try and talk to you? Like, do you want that? Or do you want to like be working good for yourself, don't need nobody, and if somebody come in your life, then you'll take that and it'll be great.
That's what I want.
Exactly. But a lot of women still want, I ain't getting it. Well, you don't want that attention, from these guys in the club and they ain't doing nothing no way.
Right.
Like, you doing well for yourself. You don't want that attention
so you saying
So,
they
like, the
want
whole-
the attention, but
from all the men that they don't want.
yeah.
Well, I
You know what
think
I'm saying?
I
So
think
it's
that
like, that's how I kinda
I think
feel
that's
about
kind of a maturity level type thing. Because I would say, you know, again, not to toot my own horn, I think since I've graduated, I've always kind of been doing decent for myself. And when I was younger, I mean, not that I'm old, but when I was younger, like having the attention to just, you know, any guy to say, "Oh, dang, you look good," you know, it's like, "Oh, thanks."
You
hi,"
like it. It
know,
flatters
It
you.
mean nothing,
Yes.
though.
yeah, but like
You like- but you
today,
like it.
It
It
right?
flatters you.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But today,
It's
That
kind of
don't
you
mean-
don't
and
want
I
it.
guess it
don't
goes
want
back to validation. I mean, I appreciate it. I'm not gonna be like, don't be telling me I'm cute. I mean, I'm not gonna do that because that's just rude.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like, oh, thanks, and then we keep it moving until that one.
That kind
guy-
of catch your eye
yeah.
too.
It's
Right.
nothing wrong with being out of somebody's league. I don't think that's a bad thing.
I don't think so.
If
Either.
I'm doing well for you, like at certain levels, I may be out of some people's league.
Let
Just
me
like some
let me
people
help
may be
you
out of
come
my
up.
league.
Let me
Nothing
help
wrong
you
with
come
that.
up to my league.
Or I ain't gonna do that all the time either.
But that's another
That's what I'm
caveat
saying,
though,
like,
because you can like Flea said, I mean, you can do that. See, I think a lot of times when people get into the I'm doing well for myself or whatever case may be, like they automatically want somebody that they feel like is equal to them or
beneficial to them.
Mm-hmm.
Or beneficial.
Good key word.
So maybe though, because you follow up by saying the good guys out here are slim to none and the options are very limited. Well, it could be slim to none and the options could be limited if
what you looking for?
If you want your man
to pull up in his Benz right now, like that's what you waiting for. Like
Benz 350 pounds,
$100,000. You want him to drive a Bentley.
Work out 5 days a week.
I'm still driving my Honda. Can you accept me, please?
Right. No kids. You want to have 4-5 bedroom house. You want to have, you know what I mean? Treat you as spectacular. Don't beat on you. Don't cheat on you. Don't talk to your mama.
It's slim to none. It's slim. You're right.
It is gonna be slim to none. The options are gonna be few. Mm-hmm. But as Kimberly was saying, hey, look, man,
at least give it a try.
The man that's working real hard at the shipyard. You know what I'm saying?
Bringing you that 4-for-4.
He might treat you better than anybody you ever been with.
4-for-4.
He bringing you that 4-for-4.
He might treat you better than anybody you ever met. You know what I'm saying? Because the bottom line is, if you saying you already good, you make your 100,000, you make whatever, like you doing well for yourself, like you good.
You're not accepting my 4-for-4.
You good.
Huh?
So why can't you just look at everybody? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you just look around here and see a regular man that's doing the best he can do? He's making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year. He could be the best man in the world for you. But you're going to overlook him because he ain't got the big office. Or he ain't got, of course the options going to be slim. Of course, you know what I'm saying, picking going to be few.
So women need to either be stuck in your options, like, okay, like know what you want or change your standards. You know what I'm saying? So you either got to go hard for your standards.
I don't think that's
or
standard.
I don't think that's changing standards.
I don't think those are standards.
See, I think that maybe her standards are set at a certain level that, okay, maybe you need to reevaluate yourself or
maybe,
really stand behind them and then be single over
her perspective.
I don't think those are standards.
How she's looking at
that. So, for example, like if she said, I want a successful man, hardworking, that, love his family, whatever. So
it can be anybody.
That could be
a doctor, or it could be a
trash man, because he is successful. He hard. He working hard.
So is work ethic your standard?
Yeah, okay. So
or is you on a certain job?
Job title.
Like, that's not standard. You got qualifications that you might be.
Let's readjust your qualifications.
There we go.
Stand behind them 100% then. Yeah. And wait for that one.
Wait for that one.
And keep on waiting.
So those are only two options.
And if that's what you want to do, then that's fine, but you can't be out here talking about the options slim.
Exactly.
Or maybe, and I think, this is something that a lot of couples, to me, this is the purpose of marriage. If it is somebody that working hard, but he might not have that top exec level job, maybe getting with you gets him to that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that.
Absolutely.
You ain't have to boss me out,
Make
baby.
Me better.
I mean,
you boss me, baby.
Right, because we supposed to better each other.
Supposed to better each other.
Yeah.
Nia, what? Make me better.
I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. Ain't that fab?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's
fab.
fab.
And featuring Fabo.
Yeah. So, I mean, the options ain't necessarily
I'm a force when we're together.
Yeah, the options ain't necessarily slim. It's just
what you looking for.
You might got to reevaluate what you looking for.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Just look for real love.
Or be back behind them 100% and wait for that one guy to come in. Might be this year, might be 10 years, might not be ever.
But if that's what you're saying, then I don't want to be hearing about the options.
That's what I'm
slim
saying.
And all. No, they not. Well, yeah, they are slim.
Your
for
option
what you
slim.
looking
Exactly.
for.
Your option slim.
Yeah, what you looking for might be slim.
So I like that. We get some good answers to everybody today.
Yeah,
like I really we ain't like say
it's
we not around here,
right.
but I think like
we doing all right. I mean, we told y'all.
Yeah, I like that.
We told y'all. We giving it our best.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Okay.
I'm feeling good.
Cinco.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Loveologist.
I'm thirsty. Everybody got a cup. My mouth.
Yeah, I'm sipping on my water.
I've been taking baby sips. I've been on the last little.
I'm trying to let my little water just.
A little sip. Number 5.
Get that out of here.
How to? Oh, okay. That's what Drew was talking about. We going to church on this one.
Okay.
Going to
Count me
church.
out.
Going to church.
Church.
Number 5. How do I figure out the difference between confirmation from God or the will of man being forced on me?
I ain't been to seminary, man. I'm gonna leave this one alone.
How do I figure out the difference? How do I figure out the difference between
That's deep. Can I phone a friend?
confirmation from God
I don't even understand this
Will.
question.
Can I ask
Listen,
the crowd?
Read it again for me.
Right. I done read it about 5 times.
But you ain't always been choppy.
Listen, how do I figure out the difference between confirmation from God or the will of man being forced on me?
So what I
Can you break the question down
interpret this
differently,
this how
Because
this
I'm
is
about-
what I
Please.
think.
Question a little
This
better,
is
please.
this,
My
this is
head.
here's
You
an
been
example of
doctors
what
and you
I
teach
think
school
they're
and
trying to
everything. Help
ask.
me out.
This is
Please
what I
help.
would think.
Professor.
You
Yeah,
know,
help me out.
let's say it's my mama and them, and they saying you gonna be a pastor.
Yes,
And I don't feel like that's what God been trying to tell me. Maybe God been trying to tell me I'm gonna just be an accounting professor.
Okay.
But everybody that kind of has a voice in my life keep trying to tell me you gonna be a pastor. But I don't know. How do you know whether they are hearing from God and speaking to you, or like nah, that's just what they want you to do. Like that's what they trying to project onto your life.
I'm glad you were here because I was all over the place with that
But I
one.
still don't know the answer.
And I'm gonna get my opinion on that. Is like, if you got any questions about what you and what God, like, that's a personal thing between
Right.
you and God. Like, nobody can
Absolutely.
give you no
I can
answer
give
about
you
like
the
what
God
you and
answer.
God talk about when y'all get alone or whatever it is. Like, you can't wait. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you feeling like you feeling unsure about something, then you need to go back and ask God for more clarity.
Right. Absolutely.
And more understanding, or more wisdom, or whatever you're seeking. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? But it's
Jude.
like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, preaching here,
Let
Jubilee.
the people
Okay.
know, Jude.
Somebody give me an
Listen,
amen.
it's
I gave you a
2019.
I thought he
amen.
didn't know about this.
Amen.
I mean, when I,
This came about
now
you.
that
You
Kim,
know you had it in
now
you.
that Kimberly broke it down to the way I
Yeah,
can
man,
understand.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You had it in.
I
Now
was
I
just
can.
saying, you know,
It's down in there somewhere.
Dre,
It's
I
down
think
in there.
Dre, you got something to say too?
Listen, no, look at the
Right, he
look,
ready.
Because I was
Look up in his seat. Go ahead, big dog. What you got?
I was about to say something, but go ahead, Jude. No,
Oh, no, that's why I'm at. Like, I mean, I feel like if you got any questions about like what you feeling about what you and God got going on, you can't go to no man and ask them how you feel, or like, all they could do is say like, you got to go back and and talk to God, and that's a thing between you and God.
Preach, preacher.
I'm with
That's
that. I'm with
y'all's
that.
thing going on.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Hey, can you say that question one more time so I can like clear it up?
Question is, please, how do I feel? Question is, Brother Andre.
Brother Andre,
Brother Fleming.
Deacon Fleming.
Deacon Fleming.
Deacon Ness Fleming.
Deaconess.
No deaconess
You
over
let him
here.
breathe you like that, bro?
No deaconess over here. Deacon Dr.
Deacon
Doug.
Flim
All right.
Flam.
Deacon Dr. Love. That's what you said.
Number 5, the question is, Brother
Again.
Andre,
All
how
right.
do I
Brother
figure out
Andre.
the difference between confirmation from God
Uh-huh.
or the will of man being forced on me?
See, I'm glad Kim broke it down. See, my mind was thinking about love. See, I thought we was on the love doctor, so I was really thinking, you know what I'm saying?
That was last
Well,
question.
Well,
kinda
Ebo's
look
birthday
at-
was last night, so you
That's
still
what-
stuck on
yeah,
that
yeah.
love. You still
that's
on
how we
Hey,
lost.
just want somebody to call him Dr.
His
Love.
mind fuzzy.
You got one foot in, one
But
foot out right now.
Just like Jude say, you just got to talk to God on that if you looking for God's, guidance or vision.
He's still stuck on Ebo's birthday.
I am,
Like,
I am,
he's still in
I
the
am.
bed.
He's
He's still in the bed.
He's trying to put it together right now.
He's still coming up for
Right.
air right now. He
And
halfway
then the
breathing.
second part of the question, you said
It wasn't
It was a one- it was a
wasn't
one-part
no
question.
2-part. So here's what I'm with, I think number 1, I think obviously you got to know when you hear from God,
yes,
Right.
yeah.
Absolutely.
right?
Which is
'Cause you-
tough sometimes.
Right,
Yeah,
but
it
you ain't
is.
gonna, but you're not gonna know the difference between confirmation from God or the will of man being forced on you if you don't know when God talking to you.
That's why I got
Right,
confused.
so number
that the
1,
will
you
of man
gotta
being forced
know
on.
when you hear from God yourself. So
Okay.
if you don't know that, then you're gonna have trouble. So I would say first of all, you need to make sure that you know when you
When
hear
God
from
is
God,
talking.
when God talking to you. I think to Kimberly's point, I almost kind of to Drew and Kimberly's point, people will be trying to tell you you're supposed to do this, supposed to do that, and I do believe that people can,
Speak to you.
speak life into you or whatever case may be, and prophesy to you and that sort of thing. And for people that can do that and have the gift in doing that, you want to listen to it, But obviously, we know just from being around church, man, people tell you all kind of stuff every week, man.
People talk.
I've been getting it since I was little.
People talk.
You can be doing this, you can be doing that, man. Like, you must don't really know me, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
really, bro? I mean,
You trying to make you a preacher, brother
or
Brown?
just anything. And I ain't always preacher, but it's just,
Minister LJ.
Minister,
Yeah.
They
Minister
love
Brown.
calling him
MIT.
They
Yeah.
love saying that.
And you know what? I'm not one of the people that say, I don't
Yeah, it might be.
It ain't hit me
Well,
yet.
It's definitely gonna be God
No,
though.
and I was
It's
gonna say
definitely
that.
gonna be God.
When and if he tell me that, then that's
Then
what it
he'll
is.
tell
Then,
me.
you know what?
Right.
Y'all was right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But until then,
And you know,
you know.
mommy says to me all the time, she say, if you're still confused about it, then it's not time to act anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, there's no need to even be stressed about the situation. You know, because when it do come from God,
You gonna know it.
it's supposed to be peace.
You
Like,
gonna know it.
Yep.
And right now, I ain't even never been confused. So it just, I ain't got the word, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's fine.
until if he say it to me, then I know. But like I said, I just think the main thing is you gotta know when God talking to you. And for me, how I know when God talking to me is because, once again, I said it the other night, I know thoughts that I would typically have. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that come to me that I know it's just not an ordinary thought, or it's just
That ain't
not.
you.
Yeah, like I didn't just think about that.
Right.
That's not something that just crossed my mind. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what? If this crossed my mind, like maybe I need to think about this a little harder. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't no ordinary thought, and then I'll process on it for a little while. You know what I mean? But it's got to be something that's, not a normal thought for me, not a normal, you know what I mean? Like, when you had, like, I do kind of like meditation type thing. I just sit there and quiet and just talk, with big man upstairs anyway. But
Big man upstairs.
you got to be real careful just following just random people. Even if it's not random people, it could be your mama, it could be your daddy, it could be your grandma. It could be people that, what Bishop call them, credible others. You know what I'm saying, that have raised you and helped mold you and actually got you to where you are in life. So it's kind of hard to not listen to them sometimes. But that's why I say it's very important that you know the difference in when God telling you something, because it's easy to just follow the same people that you really do trust and believe in. But what they telling you might not be, you know what I'm saying, destined for you. Yeah, or God's will for you. You got to be able to separate them two, and it's hard when it's people like that you look up to.
See, that's why I got confused.
Know when God talking to you.
That's why I got confused on the second part of it. See, I understand the God part when he talking to you, but like, when do I notice like it's being forced upon me by man? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think somebody's like, if somebody come to me with some good knowledge, try to tell me something good, I can accept that. But like, if they keep coming back, is that being forced on me? Is that what you call being forced on me?
I would say so. If they
It's
feel
one
like,
form of
if
it.
they feel like they told you that and then you still ain't moving on.
Okay,
it,
okay,
then I
okay,
told you,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you still ain't moving on, and they keep coming.
Oh,
keep coming,
okay,
keep
yeah. That's why I've never had that.
It's a difference in, don't get it confused. It's a difference in them trying to get you to do something that you need to do, what you're supposed to do, and you might be procrastinating on it, and they keep coming like, bro, you need to do this, you need to do it. Like, that's something you still might need to take heed to. Cause like they might be trying to tell you something like, bro, you need to do this
for my better good.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I'm hounding you because like I'm trying to. You need to do this. But I think this case is like a
spiritual type.
Yeah.
Thing.
Like they trying to figure
That's why I
out
was.
what should I be doing, or what I'm. Maybe it's a decision I need to make, and I'm waiting on God to help me make this decision. But mom's is telling me go ahead and take that. But I need to make sure, mom, like it's an opportunity, but I need to make sure this is the right opportunity that I need to be making. It's one of them kind of things.
Okay, that's why.
So
I
mama
just
might be
keep
keep saying, take that job, take that job, take that job.
Right.
But you trying to wait for hear
Something
from God,
better,
do I
yeah,
need to take this job?
Right.
Because I might take this job, and then next week, an opportunity come that
A
was
bigger,
better.
yeah,
And I done already took the job because like I jumped before God told me to jump.
Yeah,
Listen to my mama.
I got you now.
Now I'm mad at mama.
I got you now.
See what I'm saying? So you got to be, that's what the question is kind of saying. So that's why I said the most important thing is you need to know when God talking to you.
Okay.
That way it ain't no questions.
That's true. Those are good. That's good
See what I'm
answers.
saying?
I can dig that.
We got a few more.
We got a few more. Oh, we
We
going
can just run through
long.
it quick. We're going to through it quick. We got two more.
60 minutes again.
This one is a quick one. How do you get your confidence back? If you lost confidence, what do you do? How do y'all go about getting your
Look
confidence
yourself
back?
in the mirror and say, you know what? You can do it. You can really do it. And that's the serious. I'm being so serious right now. Like, even though y'all think I'm joking, look yourself in the mirror, in them eyes, deep in your eyes, and be like, yo, real talk, you can do whatever you be afraid of. And ain't nobody going to stop me but me.
That's good.
I feel like if you're not confident, you're not happy with something, or either outward or inward, and you need to change and do something different. So you ain't confident about something, then do something different. If you like practice hard in the gym, work out more,
that's what I said.
study hard, or like be more prepared.
Yeah,
But
that's what
you
I
need
was
to
gonna
change something. Then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get your hair cut, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You got anything, or you think that's good? I
Nah,
think that was good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like I just think preparation. Like a lot of times, a lack of confidence is just like you say. You ain't prepared. Like if you prepare properly and you know that you know what you're doing, or you know that you know what you're talking about, I think confidence kind of come, because like you confident in your preparation, you confident in the work you put in, you confident in the shots you put up, you know what I mean. So like when you get out there on the court, I know I can knock this down to 3.
Don't be afraid of that brick.
Practicing all week on
You know
the
what I'm
shot.
saying? I gotta do a speech
Exactly.
in front of the class or in front of the coworkers and stuff. Like I done practiced this speech 5 times, 6 times, 10 times last night. Like I know it like the back of my hand. I really ain't got to look down on my paper just maybe for a reference, but like I know I'm confident when I get up and stand up. Like so, I just think preparation.
But the confidence.
But how do you get it back?
That's why I said it also come when, like you said, you know I'm gonna make that shot, but you got to know if I miss, I'm coming back and I'm gonna shoot it again.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Your
mindset, just keep going.
You gotta
Like,
stay at it.
I know I practice it 1,000 times. It's gonna come.
Practice
Keep
more.
shooting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Practice
hit it.
more.
Yeah.
Keep
Shoot or
shooting.
shoot.
Yeah.
What they say, shoot or shoot.
I know I'm gonna skip a mess up on the word on the speech. Okay, and get back on it.
Practice it again.
Practice again. Yeah.
Or you're gonna repeat. Excuse me. Keep going.
Excuse me,
Like,
keep
I know
going.
the word.
Right.
I just
sorry. Things happen.
Perfect. Number 7. What do you consider a toxic person? I'm trying to hurry up because we short for time. Number 7. What do you consider a toxic person?
Somebody that disturbs your peace.
Negative vibes.
Somebody that don't add to you.
Yeah.
If you can add, then you toxic.
What you got?
If you
Everybody
ain't
gave
adding,
something.
If you ain't-
Everybody gave something. What you got? We gonna move on. What you
Nasty,
got?
just nasty,
Nasty.
just nasty.
Just a nasty.
He said
Just
just
a
nasty.
nasty.
Why your face got
Nasty.
just a
A
nasty.
Just a
Nasty.
Just
Just
a
nasty.
nasty.
You are
Just a
Just nasty.
nasty.
I asked you a question, you just being
just
nasty.
nasty.
Like,
Nasty.
yeah.
But it's that face.
Yeah, it's that stinky, bad collard green walking in the house chitlin face.
Nasty.
Ugh, nasty.
Man, I don't know if I want to do this one last.
Which one?
It could be kind of deep and long. Can the person who hurt you be the person to fix you?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Is it okay? So 2 parts. This is a 2-part.
Right.
Just so you know.
I'm not answering.
Just so you know, though, this is a 2-part. Just so
Listen
you
to
can
me.
tell the
We're going to
difference.
break it down and do it all in one shebang.
Part 1.
Well, he can read the whole thing.
Part 1, please. Part
Okay.
1.
This the 2 part.
Can the person who hurt you be the person to fix you?
Mm-hmm.
Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay to rekindle an old relationship if it was hurtful?
First of all, the person that hurt you can't fix you. You need to fix yourself if you've
Boom.
been hurt.
Boom.
Second of all, you could go back to that relationship if it was hurtful, if you see a change in that person. Not if you see the same thing. Like if we go on a date and I can see the same thing in you, we're done after that. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to rekindle something old, see if they changed. There's nothing wrong with rekindling something old because that old thing,
That old thing back.
that old thing
I
is
want that old
you
thing
know
back.
it's you know it's
Old thing back,
real.
please.
You know it's real. Sometimes people mindset ain't strong enough.
Who's saying this?
You know,
Old thing.
I want that old thing
It's in a
back.
couple different songs.
Yeah, it is.
couple
It is.
That's a popular line.
I'm just
She
saying.
want that old thing
Yeah.
back.
She want them Harry. That's
Yeah,
Jay-Z.
That's Jay-Z.
American Gangster.
But
joint, won't it?
still though, like if you want an old thing back, I mean, you just got to see a change in them.
Gangster.
And you just got to
American
understand that
Yeah.
it's not going to be the same as before. You can't look at it the same way. You can't go look at, oh, they cheated, they treated me wrong. If you want to try this again, you need to come with a clear mind this second time.
Well,
Go
all
ahead,
hurt
go
ain't
ahead.
the same. you
It's
know what I'm
not.
saying?
That's
Depending
not
on
true.
What kind of
Yeah.
hurt
Depending on
you
what kind
gave
of hurt.
somebody,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and that's a personal level threshold.
That
with
is.
each-
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everybody got too. Like so, what one person could take and tolerate and maybe bounce back from, the next
Somebody
person
else
may
can't.
not. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
Definitely.
I feel like it's that's a personal question, really. You know, it depends on
Yeah.
like what your like personal threshold of being hurt is.
Like
you
we
know?
say, that's our opinions on
Yeah,
it.
man.
so I mean, if you can be fine with getting hurt, and then if you can move on, and this person is showing you that they, you know, changing and they love you, and you know that's up to you to whether you want to trust them and try it again. But then again, that same thing might not be cool for the next person. So it's
But can the person who hurt you be the person to fix you?
like I say,
I
if
don't
you
think
cool with
so.
that, that's cool. Some people may not be cool with that. Like
No,
if
that's
one-
a,
No,
it's
no,
a
no, no.
two-part.
Can the person who hurt you be the person to fix you? I think
I
you.
don't
I think you
think
just
so.
answered. Is it okay to rekindle an old relationship if it was hurtful?
Right.
But if you got hurt in a relationship, can the person who did the hurting to you be the person to fix you? Do you think?
depending on what kind of person, like, you know, like what that hurt
What the
is.
situation
You know
was.
what I'm
Okay,
saying?
depend
And that's
on
what I was saying.
situation.
It depends
Okay.
on like how
Depend
that
on
person hurt
situation.
me.
Yeah.
I think
At
it's
that
probably,
point,
I
if
think
it's in
it's the
a
same question
situation,
that's
though.
worded different twice though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
very
don't
similar
think
to
it's,
me.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
it's the same
I don't think
question.
it's the same
No, I don't think
question.
it's the same question. What you got? You got something?
For the first part, I would say kind of the same thing. I guess it depends on what the hurt was, you know. Cause I guess let's say for example, the person cheated. Like I'm in a relationship, my boyfriend cheated,
I'm sorry. Ken.
and so now you know I'm feeling some type of way. Like I don't trust you. I don't know if you really in it like
"Mm,
I'm in it. So in its pure sense, if we decide we're gonna get back together, then we got some work to do in our relationship. So you gonna have to work overtime now for me to get back to a point where I trust you.
OT.
So I think that is kind of the person fixing it. The same person that hurt me is now trying to fix
Putting
the
in work.
situation, right? But at the same time, I still got to do some work on myself because I got to even be willing to get to a point where I'm allowing you to now try and
To open my heart
rebuild
again.
that trust. Yeah, me to be vulnerable with you again.
And that takes
So,
time.
yeah, right. So
does.
I think that's a 2-part thing, and so I guess what was the second part?
Is it okay to rekindle a relationship if it was hurtful?
Again, I think it's
Depends
the
on
type of hurt. If it's toxic, like we just talked about, where the person is just like
Nasty.
yeah.
Man, just
Just a nasty.
I don't think you should
Nasty.
rekindle that. But if it's something where the person just messed up, then again, if you're able to push past that and move past the hurt, then I mean, why not? But it's hard.
Yeah. I think just reading the question, can the person who hurt you be the person to fix you? I think like if I need to be I think the person can, like Kimberly said, can help better the situation,
Right.
By changing their actions or whatever case may be.
putting it OT.
But I don't think they can fix the person. So like I'm looking at it based upon the question, like something happened and it hurt me. Not just the situation at hand, but like
This
I'm
really
hurt.
hurt my feelings.
So I don't know if the person per se can fix me. You can't fix me.
I gotta fix
I
it.
think
Some internal work.
it's some internal work that needs to be happening there. I ain't even sure. I think it's back to what y'all saying, levels of
Right.
whatever the levels of hurt is,
Situations.
but you either need to do some self evaluation type stuff or see somebody if you need to be fixed. I agree, if the situation, whatever, y'all can both work on regaining trust or whatever the case may be. I think that's kind of fixing the situation that y'all dealing with. But if you the person yourself is hurt, I don't think the person can fix
Can't
that.
fix
The
you.
person that did the hurting can fix you, because like
Mm-hmm.
you hurt because of them. Now how you gonna
Right.
sit there and look at them like?
Keep
Right.
looking at them, and they still.
You're a reminder of the hurt. You know what I'm saying? So like you need to get in your own self meditation or go sit down and
Self-love.
talk with somebody. I feel like if you need to be fixed, not just the situation. And is it okay to rekindle an old relationship that was hurtful? I think it's okay. I mean,
think so.
once again, it's levels to the hurt, but like Jude say, everybody can handle different things. So I think it's okay to.
Get that old thing back.
It really, it don't even, and it really don't matter the level. You know what I'm saying?
No.
If you feel like you can,
You ready for it again?
yeah, I
Then
mean,
we gotta shoot at it.
if you did what we just finished saying, and you went and talked with somebody, and you actually fixed yourself, and you now have built yourself back up to wherever it is you need to be, or whatever case may be. Shoot, man, because everybody can handle different things.
They say go for it. Is. Give that man another shot.
Unless it's toxic.
Give that man another
I'm
shot.
saying if you feel like that you have built yourself, if you've been fixed, you've done the first part of the question. You've been fixed. You've taken care of yourself. You did what you need to do to get yourself back to where you need to be. And after all that's done, you feel it in yourself to forgive this person or for whatever it is they've done, and you think you're strong enough to handle it, I think it's okay to try again if you want to. Not because they want to. Not because they beg you back.
I was
Not
about to
because
say,
but you gotta want to.
Also
you say,
had the
Cameron?
confidence to say no.
I disagree, and only on the part because to me, if it's toxic and like Dre said, the person hasn't shown me that they've changed, we're gonna get back to the same point that we was already in. So it's not even good for you
If that's the
personally.
case, you shouldn't be considering the rekindle if the person ain't changed. I'm saying,
Yeah, but some people, I mean, obviously, because that's why we have situations that we have, TV shows where somebody getting beat on or something and they
Yeah.
keep going
Keep
back.
going back, yeah.
There are toxic situations that you just should not return
yeah,
to.
absolutely.
And so that's kind of what
I
I'm
got
referring
you.
Yeah,
I
to.
got you.
absolutely.
Those
I won't
situations
go-
where
I
the
won't
person
go-
just
yeah.
ain't
You won't
toxic.
go on
They
like
don't show no signs.
Physical abuse and go to
Yeah.
jail.
no.
But any
That's
type
just
of,
no
and
to
it
that.
doesn't-
No,
but it
don't
doesn't
go
even-
back to
But
that.
to me,
Yeah.
it doesn't even have to be, physical abuse or anything like that. If it's just the way you talk to me or
got you.
you know,
Toxic,
toxic
I got you.
period,
I got you.
and you ain't changed, and I can't see evidence that you have changed, then nah, we
Yeah, I
can't
agree.
rekindle.
We good,
I agree. You
fam.
gotta see that the person has made. But that's what I was saying. Back to you've done the first part of the question. You've been fixed, and like y'all was saying, you know, y'all can go through the situation, work on building the trust again. If y'all have done that,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and you feel confident in
Him or
number
her,
one yourself that you've been fixed and you've got your
Self together.
You know what do you call it? You know, you've got yourself where you want to be. What's the word?
Where you
I'm
can
looking
trust
for?
again. Where
Your, not your mojo, but like your.
I'm trying to get
You
it.
know how something happen, you be all down on yourself, and you know you get that back.
Spirit.
You get your spirits back high, and you know what I'm saying. All
Your
that.
morale. Your morale.
Good word.
Yeah, that's a good word. That's a word.
your
pat him on the
whole
back. Morale. All 6 letters. All 6 letters. Here you go. 5 letters. There you
Get to
go.
morale.
I was stuck though, like I was trying to think of
I
a word,
got
and that
you.
word was, that still ain't a word that
got
I was
you,
looking
big
for.
dog.
I know, but I
This ain't a word what I was looking
Stupid
for,
kid.
but like it works. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotten yourself back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's messed up.
And you feel strong enough to be able to try again. Go ahead, try again.
Try again. Ain't nothing wrong with
Try
trying again.
again.
Dust
Sure.
yourself off and try again.
Dust yourself off and try again.
I was getting ready to sing a song.
You can dust it
Right,
off and
right,
try
yeah, it was
again.
wild,
Try
like,
again.
yeah,
That's that
that's
Leah
it.
joint.
That's that Leah.
Step
That's
off
it.
and try again.
That's that Leah.
That's that Leah.
Nah, I ain't say
Try
sing it for real. He
again.
tried to get so high.
And we do not own the rights to that song, okay?
Yeah, thanks, Andre, for that. No, yeah, thank you for that, buddy.
You welcome.
Look, guys, man, that's all we got for today, man. I hope
Good
y'all
show.
enjoyed it.
Mm.
But you know, like, see how, and that's why I keep telling y'all, send us in some questions, suggestions, topics that y'all want to talk about. This was just amazing because we had real life questions.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? To really go off of, man. We had Kimbo here.
Thank you, Kimberly,
spice
for
things
spending
up.
some time with
Second
us this
time.
morning.
I gotta
Yeah,
I gotta
lady
invite
comes.
So you got a
back.
residency back on the show now? Is that what it is? You know, like,
She
we got
about
to get
to
you the contract?
she about to
or something?
Tekashi
It
6
might
9
be
us. She about to
time.
tell us this gonna be the most viewed interview.
The most viewed.
Gosh almighty.
That's crazy.
But can I get that 60-minute recap so I can post that?
60 minutes.
Y'all ain't. I mean
60
60 seconds.
seconds.
Y'all ain't give me one last time. Y'all won't trying to
You need to
promote.
talk to the
Uh-oh.
producer.
Oh, yeah, like we got
airing them,
We got
airing
you,
them out on
Biggs.
air.
You got a Pots? Pots said here, thank
The
you.
specialist.
Think about it.
the specialist.
Said here, think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he over here chilling at his feet up and everything. So,
Real
man, you had a
specialist.
good time
You
out
gotta
there,
make it
boy.
real greasy.
Anyway, man, it's your boy LJay Brown.
There's no nickname Corey.
You know
My
this-
bad, y'all. I was off for this morning. You want to try it again? I'm sorry.
It's your
But
boy
there's no
Dr. It's your boy Dre.
And this is the Kickback,
sorry,
man. I
y'all.
guess, man, each and every Saturday morning, live
This
6 a.m.,
guy.
man. Thank you, Kimbo, for
Yeah, thank
hanging
you.
out with
Yeah,
us, man.
thank you.
Shout
Wake
out to
up.
Kimbo. Yeah.